Reading is a special highlight of our program right now because the better we can read the right hand treble clef, and by working on it this way, where I have it 3 notes followed by 2, and then another 2, it really gets you thinking deep into like processing all the 3 or all the 2. So typical melodies and books. I have books lying all around my office and my home. I mean, with just pages and pages of melodies and melodies, and goes on and on. Not nearly as complex reading, in the jazz world or in the pop world, where you're reading just the melodies, as it would be to read 2 or 3 notes at a time. So by reading 3 notes at a time, it's better putting us better prepared for being able to apply ourselves in our everyday piano playing, where we're looking at a melody, which is a single note, against a chord symbol. Okay. In this case, too, we're also supporting the fact that we're looking at bass clef reading, which is going to be a wonderful attribute for us playing classical music down the road, or any other pieces that require reading bass and treble clef. So as you're looking at this, it's very important to understand how the bass clef notes are being viewed. Now, the bass clef notes right now, the spaces, you could be looking at A, C, E, G, and it forms what we refer to as an A minor 7 chord. A, C, E, G. This is kind of a neat way to be looking at that. And the spaces form what we call a G 9th chord. G, B, D, F, A. Okay, those are the lines. Okay, the spaces, A, C, E, G, and the lines. Okay. It's actually down here. Middle C is here. Okay, so we're going to, and then we get the G, B, D, F, A. Okay, so those are the chords themselves of what we're referring to right now. So you can think of them that way. Another great way to be thinking about these is, like, for example, that very first letter in the left hand. It's in the bass clef, but we're not thinking F, A, C, E anymore, E, G, B, D, F. You can look at it as if it was up to the next space. So that would you can look at that as if it was up to the C. Okay. The C space. So in the next one, you can look at that as if it was up to the next line, which would be the F. So you can still keep thinking the A, C, E, G, the F, A, C, E, and the E, G, B, D, F, like we do with the treble clef, but we'll be viewing the bass clef notes up to the next line of space. It's kind of a neat little trick that will help you kind of define where those are too. But I think as you get more and more further along, you'll find yourself, by referring to it as like a chord in the left hand, to find those lines and spaces. It really kind of helps you out. I know that's the way they show you in college, and at least when I had learned in college, this was a interesting kind of presentation where you just relate the clefs, the lines and spaces in each clef to a chord. So anyway, our main focus right now, primary focus, is going to be our right hand, and to be able to be getting used to playing it in time, and be looking ahead and setting your hands up for the next thing coming up. Be using what fingering feels comfortable. Fingering is not going to be nearly as important right now, because your hand will have to conform to make these shapes and clusters. So we don't want to put any finger in there to confuse the issue right at this point. Okay, here we go. Starting off. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that's D, E flat, G. See? So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. From already looking ahead at the next left hand. So that's coming by itself in an empty place. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how that's tied? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. This is 3, 4. It's a tricky one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. See how that is? It's an interesting chord. Okay. Okay, we got here 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get A. 2, 3, 4. Next page. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is a tricky one, because sometimes it's hard to see if the sharp is on the F or the G there. Okay, so it's, you can see the middle of the very middle of the sharp will indicate that it's clearly on the F sharp. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two. I'm counting 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you always have to be looking ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that great? So it's rather musical. You're going to find that when you're reading notes like this, to be able to be reading a wide array of sharps and flats and put in a situation where you have to play them in time and all, it's a tremendous experience because it really does work your reading. And just a few minutes a day of working on this will better enable you to be able to handle tunes in your everyday life, reading melodies and all. So the melodies, of course, some active melodies when you're dealing with 8ths and 16ths and all that are going to present their own problems. But right now, you're getting to find the notes quick. This will definitely get you there.